Well, hello everybody. I'm Steve, Samson V Twin.
What's that?
What looks like a television set actually is an e-bike. Last time we took our bikes out, Beth and I, mine, for whatever reason, we were in a downpour in traffic with both of them loaded in the back of the pickup truck, and apparently mine got soaked too bad and the electronics went out on it, and I couldn't get that company to help me, and first thing then another, and I wound up just trashing it. I couldn't fix it, couldn't find parts for it to replace the ECU. So I looked for a couple other options, and then Beth and I talked about it and decided to get a couple of other ones because we really enjoyed that time on the riding our bikes over in Georgia. It was fun. So this is one of the most popular bikes out there right now, price wise. But I think they disguised the box to look like a TV, so nobody will take it. I'm going to be doing an unboxing and an assembly for it, and hopefully it'll turn out nice. Hang tight. Looks like it's packed pretty good. Let's see if everything is good to go here. Looks like the front wheel. That don't weigh a whole lot, which is good. Just pile all this stuff over here for right now. Zip Tie City, USA. It's probably the seat. Looks like a fender or two. I can tell you they got it tied in here good. That's a good thing. Watched a lot of reviews on this bike. Everybody says it's well worth the price compared to some of the leading bikes out there. Looks like a luggage rack for the back of it. I'm still struggling with my left arm even a year later. I guess I should feel very fortunate, because the way things are today, somebody could be sitting 200 yards away because they don't like you, whether you have a wife and kids or whatever. If you don't agree with their particular way of thinking, well, so that's enough of that commentary. Most people know what I'm talking about. Most of this stuff is really boring, so probably going to fast forward through a lot of this during editing. It's a pretty blue color. It's pretty heavy. Woo! See, it weighs about 100 pounds. We'll find out pretty soon. All right, we're getting there. See, this looks like a goodie box, so I'm going to walk over here and see what's in it.
A few moments later.
All right, the first thing it tells us to do is to loosen the stem bolt here. Try to get that pretty straight. Can always come back later. All right, then they want you to put the bars on. We're going to drag this thing over there to the motorcycle lift to do all the work so I can get it up in the air. a little bit, a couple feet anyway. All right, let's see what we got here. Something like that, I'm guessing. Just want to get it on there so we can get it on the lift. We'll make all the final adjustments over there, so I'm not having to bend over and grunt like an old man. Watched a guy out of Chicago, Scott. He's a really cool guy. I'd like to hang out with him. He goes all over the place in Chicago on these public bike trails and jogging trails that look really neat. I'd love to try that out, but I don't want to go to Chicago. From what I hear, Chicago ain't the place to be, man. I'm just going to snug these. I'm not going to tighten them all the way. And now let's see if we can get this thing rolled over to the... Let me get some more snaps off here. That looks like a scrub daddy. Even feels like one. Might hold on to that. I need this. I had to scrub something. I think these are just frame protectors. Yep. Okay. So that should allow me. Whoop, don't fall over, buddy. That ought to allow me to take it over to the workbench now.
$2,000 years later.
All right, I'll explain what I did here so you'll know. I understand not everybody has a motorcycle lift to work with. I get it. But I happen to have two, so I'm going to take advantage of them while I can. So what I did here was I just clamped the front tire into the lift. Okay, that kept it steady for me. There was also a shipping brace that was in the forks to keep those together and not twist them and turn them. So on the wheel, I just backed off the bolts here wide enough so that the front wheel would sit down on, or the front end would sit down on the wheel. If you've ever worked on a bicycle, you'll know what I'm talking about. These bolts here, and then there's a washer that's sort of a lock washer that has a tab that goes up at the top there that keeps the wheel from falling out in case the nuts back off. It's just a safety thing that I happen to agree with. You wouldn't want your wheel to fall off on you. It gives you a little bit of a chance to, hey, something's wrong with my front end. I better check the bolts and nuts. All right. So that's that part. Okay. Next thing they want you to do is mount the headlight. I'm going to go right by their instructions. Pretty clear. They even have pictures for dummies like me.
Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best.
So they say the next thing to do is to go ahead and mount the headlight. Let me grab my metric Allen keys here, Allen wrenches. And it's probably going to be a metric number 10 for the nut, I would bet. Let's see if I'm right. Ooh, predict the future. It spins right off. Right there. There's a washer on one side, a nut on one side. And let's see if we can get this bad boy here routed in some sort of fashion. It's all adjustable. So for right now, we'll just get it in place so we can move forward. I should be able just to turn this down now. It's pretty tight on there. Let's go ahead and loosen it. Probably be a number 8 on that one.
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Yep. Let's see if that's loose enough. There we go. Pull the plastic off. One more little bit of a snug here on the back side. And it's good. Now we want to go ahead and tighten down these axle nuts. I believe that's a number 16. Number 16. It might be a 15.
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Yep, 15. 15 metric. They sent tools with it, but I got a whole toolbox here, so I'm just going to use my tools today. All right, that's that part. Now, let's see what the instructions tell us to do next. All right, setting up your Aipas bike. We've already got that on there. Front wheels on it. Oh, they want us to mount the control panel, which is this right here. So let's mount the control panel. Cut this paper off, plastic. All right, control panel right here. Pretty cool. It's going to take a little tiny metric Allen, a little baby Allen, smaller than that. I should be charging this battery while I'm doing all this. I think I will. Put this on. Got to find the keys for it. This battery's locked in here with a key. I guess so nobody can steal it. Captain Obvious. We don't have that much trouble around here. We're just in a small town in South Alabama, but I guess if you were in Chicago, like Scott is, it might be a problem. You just get one of them snugged down, we'll be good to go. I don't need to make it tight yet. Let's go to the other side. These e-bikes are fun. If you haven't ever owned one, they sure are fun.
Cannonball!
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make that semi-permanent. Once we get it all together, there'll be plenty of final adjustments to be made to personalize the settings on the levers and all that stuff, the seat height, all that stuff. So, all right, that's on. Ooh, look, I found the keys. How about that? Right there. So let's just unlock this bad boy. Came with a charger, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. We're probably going to be here a while, and while it's charging, I can be putting it together and hopefully take it down the street here in a little bit. All right, that's charging. Okay, what's next on our list here? What do they want us to do next? All right. Next thing is pedals. See if I can find the pedals. Here they are. These bad boys are made out of metal. They're not plastic. See what they're starting to say. This is kind of a good deal. You're not giving cheap parts so far. All right, they're labeled left and right, so I guess this is left. Probably gonna be a reverse thread. Yep. Okay, let's go to the other side, put the other one on. Okay, what is next? Pedals are on. Put the seat post in. How about that? How about that? I'm going to take for granted that they want us to put the seat on. I will go ahead and say that these were ordered. I ordered two. These were ordered at the same time, but it looks like they sent one, and I spoke with a rep, and they said that they came from different warehouses, that the other one would be on the way. So we're going to hide and watch. See what happens. Don't think that we're going to be disappointed, but one never knows these days. Okay. One never knows these days, man. Everybody's got a different agenda. Some people like to rip other people off, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's too big of a company for me to think that way. It's a 14 on the seat. So we're going to loosen that up. Get a little bit of a different angle on it. All right. Make a low rider out of it. All right. Seats on. Setting up your Aipas air bike. Remove the battery. Got the battery charging over there. Don't need to worry about that. They didn't tell us how to put the fenders on. I guess that's going to be up to me. But it's not hard. I'll probably run a fender, not a fender. Probably won't run a fender on the front, but I probably will run a fender on the back. All right. Okay. Now, they've already provided the hardware here for these supports for the fender. That one goes right there. Okay. Let's go to this side. Not going to tighten them 100% yet. All right, good deal. Now, I suppose I could put the rack on. Yeah, I think the rack, supposed to be a brake light here somewhere.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Somewhere. Oh, it's built into the rack. Okay, there we go. Take these little rubber protectors off of it. And it goes to these other two, apparently. Pretty simple stuff. Take those out. All right, that's the two for this side. Let's do the two for the other side. If any of the Aipas people happened upon this video, it's letting you know you got a pretty nice bike here. I hope it lasts. And I really hope your customer support takes care of the customers after the sale. I know these come with a 1-year warranty, but let's just hope that's not pretend. Companies have to stand behind their products, man. If you don't, you go straight downhill. I'm sure you guys know that. It's just disappointing to spend a bunch of money, as anybody would say, on a product and then just have the company tell you, well, we're sorry, bro. Don't be that way. Aipas, don't be that way. We want to see you succeed. That's what we want. Some pretty good spring tension on this rack, so I'm pretty sure that these Allen screws will be fine for the rack. Pretty healthy stuff, heavy duty stuff for a bicycle. They tell me these things will go up to 36 miles an hour if you change the settings. I don't know if I want to go 36 on a bicycle. That's getting it. I got a couple of golf carts. They'll do 27. And 27 on a golf cart is plenty. So 36, 37 miles an hour on a bicycle. I don't know about all that. I don't know about that stuff. All right, so they did give us zip ties pre-installed for the brake light. So we'll run that down as suggested through the zip ties here. And it just plugs in. It's got a key, sort of a keyway. You can't make a mistake if you're conscious about what you're doing.
I was told that I could listen to the radio at a reasonable volume.
All right, so we can zip tie this one. Then we can zip tie this one. Then we can zip tie this one. It came with some extra zip ties. And I have about 10,000 zip ties here in my shop, so I'm not worried about zip ties. But I'll use theirs. Let's put one more up here like this. There we go. Let's see what's next on the gender. Okay, with it clamped into the lift here, I should be able to sit on it and get an idea of seat height than that. Oh, if I can get on it. I'm not going to be able to get on it.
That's what she said.
Okay, we've got it completed. Now it's time to make sure that the tires have pressure in them. I'm sure they've been sitting in a warehouse for a while, so they probably need to be topped off. And it looks like they're going to be rated at about 5 to 30 psi. So let's go 25. We're going to be road riding anyway, so we want to get the best battery life. So we're at 10. It's about 25 right there. Let's try the back one now. All right, it's 25 in the back. All right, we're going to get this thing down and power it up and take it for a spin, see what it's all about. Okay, we're going to get it off the lift now, power it up, and take it for its maiden voyage and see what this thing's all about. I'm going to put it in pedal assist number 1. That's like first gear for the full battery power instead of pedaling. All right, here we go. Doing 2 miles an hour. Oop, already to 6. Okay, I'm back, and just that short little ride, maybe a half a mile. The bike ride's really nice. I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up, as the old saying goes. And then when Beth's bike gets in, I'll put it together and we'll take them for an afternoon cruise and give you a real good idea of how they are. But this is a really nice bike, really quiet, smooth. It even has cruise control. How about that? All right, well, thanks for watching. I'm Steve Carr. I will talk to you later.
Okay, show's over. Nothing to see here. Everyone go home. It's a circus out there.